Picasso project. So you can either use a blank piece of paper or you can use the provided template that is in your course. If you want to use the template, don't just print it, but you can lay your paper on top of it and then use that to trace. So for it, you can start off with a pencil. You can trace the template. You're going to be doing a side profile and a forward-facing profile. So to start off with, you would have this part with this section being forward-facing and this section being side-facing. You're going to want to add some hair in, but try to keep them integrated into each other so that it's one whole piece. You're going to need to add some details if you want to do the eyes for your side profile. They're basically a triangle shape. And then once you smooth it out, eyes are not generally going to be a little pinpoint unless the person is scared. So if you want to do like a pinpoint, you can, if that's the look you're going for. It's going to look a little funny because one of your set of eyes will be facing forward and one will be facing sideways. Little trick to make the eyes look more realistic, give them those little reflection dots. There. Your lips, the side profile, top's going to be pretty much a triangle, the bottom will be a circle. And then you just bring those to a point. You're going to integrate that into the mouth on the forward facing. So you'll want to match those lips up because you want them on the same spot. This, you'll have a side profile on the nose, and there is information in the course that you can pull on how best to add details for a nose, for eyes, and all the different features you're going to be doing. So you'll end up with something like that. I'm going to trace these lines so you can see them a little better on our video. You want to make sure your lines are clean and clear because you're going to be coloring in the spaces. And you want to make sure that you have enough set lines, clear-cut spaces for when you do color it in. You are going to trace the side profile line, so I'm going to trace that now. Then what we're going to do is divide our face up. So you'll come in and you will draw some lines that go right across your face. And you want to try to break it up randomly. Our goal is to create all those extra spaces. And you can do this however you would like, and you can, after you've completed this part, add more lines to it. So we're breaking all of those spaces up. Then what we're going to do is we will be coming in with markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have available. And you're going to pick a warm or cool composition for the background. So that would be our cool colors. And then we're going to pick a warm color for the opposite. So I need to decide if I want to do the background warm or if I want to do the face warm. So I'm going to do the background warm colors and I'm going to do the face cool colors. So all I would have to do now is come in and any part of the face, hair, face, neck, any of those, I'm going to come in and I'm going to color those with cool colors. And then my goal is to make sure that no two colors touch. Now, if you do have a limited amount of colors, just come in and layer those colors. So you can always layer colors. And then you're just gonna come through and you're just gonna color these various spaces different cool colors. If you're doing the face with cool colors, if you're doing the face with warm colors, you'll do the opposite. You'll use the pinks, the reds, the oranges, the yellows to color in the face. And then we're just going to keep going around until we are completely and once you are done finishing coloring in all those spaces, make sure to sign your name. Make sure to include your artist statement. Make sure you come in with an eraser and just clean up any stray lines before submitting your final project. Go back over the project, just double check your lines. Is there anywhere that you think needs touched up? Did you lose any detail when you colored in? If you did, then come back in with your black marker or black crayon or dark crayon pen and just trace over the lines so that you can see those well again. And then once you're done with that, you can submit that to the course.